Hello everyone, welcome to another learning session of Foundation of Programming at Codemode, where you learn by practice. Currently you are learning programming languages, and in today's class we will learn about various programming languages available for us to learn. In the previous class we learned about what is programming language, and in that we learned that a programming language is very similar to the human spoken languages like English or Spanish. It has its own syntax, it has its own vocabulary, and when we learn to give commands or instructions to a computer, we learn a programming language. A programming language is a good compromise because we don't have to learn this bad machine language, and at the same time, we learn an English-like language, but not truly an English. Now there are various programming languages. In this concept, we'll learn about it. We will also learn which one you should start to which one you should pick to begin with. But before I start, don't forget to like this video and follow our channel, especially if you are watching it on YouTube. You should also go back and practice at my.codemode.us. Your likes and subscriptions motivate me to create more videos and courses. You simply need to click subscribe button. Let's begin. Similar to English or Hindi or French or German, there are multiple programming languages. As you can see here, PHP is another programming language, C#, Python, Java, C++, all these are programming languages. This is the language which sounds like English, but it has its own vocabulary and syntax. So anytime you are learning to write your instructions by following the vocabulary and syntax of these programming languages. Now, programming language also evolve with every new version of the programming language, like Python 2.7, Python 3.7, and so on. The creator of the language make the language more powerful. They give you a lot of commands to do many smaller things, many basic things, so that you don't have to worry about it. You just focus on your instructions, focus on solving a problem, and give instructions to a computer rather than trying to do basic things. For example, you want to reverse a string. Suppose I write Python and you want to write a program so that computer can reverse it, and it can show you NOHTYP. In order to reverse a string, if I want to give an instructions to a computer, I will have to write our own code. But most of the programming languages has built-in support, built-in commands to do it in just one simple statement, so that I don't have to write to perform these basic tasks. So every new version of programming language comes up with more and more commands, more and more features, more and more powerful syntax, so that you write less code and achieve more. And another important thing is, any programming language we pick, it is important that the programming language support or have certain characteristics. For example, the programming language should be easy to learn and follow. If it takes time to learn, for example, the Fortran, one of the programming language in early days, I guess in 80s and 90s, it was very hard to learn. Even C or C++ is very hard to learn. But programming languages like Python or Java, or Lua, those newer languages make it very easy for you to learn and write code. Second thing is, it should save your time in writing program. That means the less number of instructions you write, the less chance of making a mistake. So every programming language, a good programming language, should not make you write more lines of code. Third thing is, it should run and give you output much faster. And fourth important thing is, the programming language should be supported by a community. So suppose you are writing a program, you're writing your code, you get stuck, you don't know how to do this, you should be able to go and post your question If you find a mistake, somebody should be able to help you. That community, especially in the internet world, is very, very important. That support makes you solve a problem much faster because somebody has faced that problem. Somebody is willing to give you that information. When you Google it, you find a lot of information about that problem. That way you move faster. So that I consider that as one of the important characteristics. Now, what's my recommendation? I always support and encourage students, especially who are new to programming, to start with Python, because Python has all these 4 characteristics that I talk about. It is a very general purpose and very popular programming language. It is easy to learn. Once you finish this course, definitely enroll into my new course I have already built called Python Forever. And when I use the word forever, what it means is once you learn one programming language, it will be easy to learn any other programming language. That's my promise. With that, that's all in this class. If you have any question on any part of this concept, you can always post it in the community on our platform and somebody would be happy to answer. Please take time to solve the quiz. It will not only make you practice, but also test your knowledge and understanding. I will see you all in the next class. Happy learning.